everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at another young lady from WIGPRO. Her name is Stephanie. This is what she looks like, and I have her in the color camel brown. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Coco and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today we're looking at Stephanie from WIGPRO, and she is a layered, longer hairstyle, and she is beautiful in the color camel brown. Now I'm going to say right now that I think the name camel brown is a little misleading because I think of a dirty brown, but this is gorgeous. Look at this color. It is beautiful. It's a little auburnish. It's got some highlights and lowlights. Oh my gosh, I got to bring her close. You got to see. Look at this. And she has that warmth of a little more of the 27 color on a medium brown base. So she is a very warm looking color. And she has a lace front. Isn't she beautiful? Look at this. Layers all the way around. Oh my gosh. She's really, really pretty. I can't wait to get her on. And she's got layers around the face. So if you like this kind of look, I think it reminds me a little bit of the Jaclyn Smith line. You know how she's got Chris that has layers around the neck and the chin line. Remember Encore that she had longer with the bang, and even Bridget. It just really reminds me of this look and style. Now, of course, this young lady is part of their Unveiled line, and she is another mixture of heat-friendly, and it's a special kind of blend of heat-friendly fibers that's supposed to last longer. So I think we'll just have to wait and see. And if any of you out there have had this product and worked with it, be sure and share with us in the comments below what your experience has been, because that's always helpful to get somebody who knows. And look at it, has a nice long length to it as well. Oh, she's just looks so pretty, doesn't she? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get her on. Let's look at the cap construction, all right? So she is just a lace front in the mono part area. So she's got the closed wefts all the way around the perimeter of the top and surrounding that middle part mono. And then, of course, it goes all the way into the back area as well. And there is no permatease in this, young lady, on the top. So we get that sensation of less density, at least without the volume and the fluff that we get with the permatease. We have closed ear tabs with lots of hair fibers stitched on the underside. A nice, significant little metal stay. Look at how long it is. It's that long. And we have closed nape with Velcro adjusters on the right and the left. And then, of course, all the rows of hair curtains on those vertical elastic bands to give us that stretchy, comfortable fit. Now, if she is anything like what I've experienced with the rest of their line in the Style Unveiled line, this cap is going to be comfortable. So I don't want to jinx anything by saying anything, but you know, we'll find out, won't we? So construction on this young lady is really nice. And then if you look at the rows of hair curtains and the color variation, it's like every other row is a little bit lighter and then a little darker, isn't it? So that's going to contribute to a really beautiful blend of color for this young lady. This is a very rich, medium, warm brown. So camel brown is this color. So we'll look at her outside as well. Okay, so before I put her on, what I have on today happens to be Glenn from Amore in their monofilament line. So I've done a review on her. I'll put that tag right up there and you can go take a look at her whenever you like. All right, so for now, let's try on Stephanie. Okay, here she is. Oh my gosh. Well, I will tell you, the cap feels wonderful. Oh my gosh. She just feels so good. Very low density. Oh my gosh. Very low density. And the fibers feel wonderful. Okay, everybody wants to put their hands through their hair, don't they? When we first get this hair on, it's just so nice. Okay, what I think I'll do for this young lady first is I'm going to go ahead and brush through this part just a little bit to wake up those fibers and give us the chance. And then of course you've got that little lace front right here in front. You can see that. That's a really nice little feature, even if it doesn't go beyond the mono area. So the part. So let's go ahead and get this. Now she will need to always be parted there in the middle. The bangs do look a little heavy to me, but you know, it was styled to be kind of like a curtain. So let's style that. I do want to kind of freshen the hair fibers before I do a spin. So let's run my large tooth comb through there. Always remember, if you've got a longer wig, you notice that there's some tangles, you'll want to start at the bottom and move upwards with it on the combing. So you would start down at the bottom and move your way up in combing out your hair. All right, so yeah, this does remind me of a Jaclyn Smith style, but how cute is that? All right, so we've got those bangs that want to come off to the side and are meant to be styled that way. So we'll do that. Okay, I'll do a spin now. Ready? Okay, so we've got the front. The bangs do seem a little heavy. The side, she feels very comfortable though. There. All right. So anyway, we know that there is an extra amount of fullness because of the closed wefts that are surrounding that mono. Here's the mono part, and then that means about this much of this right here in the front is a little heavier because of the extra layers that comes from stacking those wefts, those hair curtains on top of that to cover this. So it just depends on if that's the look for you. Now with taking that up to my hairline, I think that's going to make it look less confining, and maybe open that up a little bit more so you can see what a difference that makes. See, rather than sitting down lower, I must have had that just sitting too low, because now it feels very workable. Beautiful body and wave. It does remind us of Jaclyn Smith, doesn't it? So this is Stephanie. All right, let's read about her, okay? Okay, Stephanie is beautifully layered hair with voluminous texture for a rich, dynamic style. She is a lace front, mono part, machine back. So even with this little 2-inch area that's the lace front, they still call it a lace front. I imagine we can part it off to the side a little bit like we have done with other mono parts that are in the middle, because it is wide enough to vary it. In fact, it looks like the picture even shows that she's parted on the side with a little bit of a baby bang right there. Doesn't it look like that? Oh, see, there we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit, so we'll try that, okay? She only comes in an average size. She's 4.9 ounces. The overall length is 19 inches. The front is 4.5 inches. So I'm guessing that's what this front part is, the bang. And then the sides are 9.5. The nape is 10.5. And she comes in 15 different colors. So she's the synthetic heat resistant special blend that comes from the Style Unveiled line of their product line. So it's really a pretty, and it just feels really good. That's really surprising. I could go out in her right now and just leave her everywhere else laying the way that she is and not worry about it. And she just feels so secure. All right, let's try doing that part like we did with, I think it was Bethany by WIGPRO. Let's start on the side in the back where the monofilament starts. And then we're going to follow it all the way along this border on this side and part it right there and bring that over. So that gives us the appearance of a side part. We can actually take these little baby bangs and kind of leave them down like that. Oh, there you go. That gives it another look, another option for wearing her and the styling of her. So you can see that little bit. Let's take a closer look at that hairline. It does look pretty nice. I do kind of like it like this. I've always been, if you've been watching my channel, you know I like little wispies or baby bangs on my hairstyles. So that would be a really easy way to do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and play with her. Get a couple of these sides and up and back and think about, maybe half up, half down. Oh my gosh, we can just have so much fun playing with all this length. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love doing this, don't you? And I like it messy. So let's take a look at this. Now you saw me just put my hair back up, and I might play with it to make this a little bit nicer up here. Maybe a little smoother, maybe a little more even on my bump, but it doesn't take much to make it look so cute, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. I do like this. I've given up wearing longer wigs in my in my advancing years. Let's just say that. But it's hairstyles like this that really get me excited to maybe think about wearing another one. And I love this color. What do you think of this color? Isn't it so pretty? It's not too dark and harsh, against my skin tones being, older, and my skin tone does change. But it just is so nice and warm. And that's one thing that I have noticed, that as I've grown older, the more warmth that I get in my coloring, the better I feel. I like the way it turns up in pictures. I don't know, maybe you have the same feeling too, huh? Oh, cute though. But wow, I was really surprised. I like this. And of course, we've got two, but we could make it one big one. Just take one big one and put it across there. That would be just as fun. Oh, how nice. Isn't this cute? Yeah, it's cute. And it's long enough, but lightweight enough. Let's see, how much did they say she was? 4.3 ounces. Is that right? No, 4.9 ounces. So that's still a little heavy. I don't like wearing things beyond 4 ounces, but I might make an exception. How about you? Okay, let's see. That's a cute way. We got to try one of my wire headbands, okay? Let me try that. Okay, so I might just leave my hair kind of pulled back to make room for this wire headband. Now I've got to remember, when I put my wire headband on, I have to lift this up in order to tie it underneath. So I'm just going to take another claw clip and just hold that up. Oh gosh, that could almost, oh my gosh, I just got a wild hair. Okay, you gotta wait, hang in there with me, okay? I'm gonna stick a couple more clips in here, and we are going to be looking at another style. So we want to make sure that when we're pulling up tendrils, we want to have it draping across our ear and have enough length so that you can snap it into place back in here. And maybe pull out a little bit more of this to let it look kind of bulky. But how cute is this? Oh my gosh, and that's all messy and who cares? Not me, but it is so cute. I'm going on a trip with my oldest, one of my sons. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this. This would be so fun. Okay, anyway, so pull that up, back to the wire headband. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna put that kind of like right here. Take that alongside, bring that back underneath. There we go. Take that one out, take that one out, and take that one out. All right, so then we want to have this kind of flowing over top. You know, we could also, might want to take a little bit more, making sure that you're covered up in all of that. Maybe just take this out now. So you can just use the headband to cover up. Well, that's cute, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling a little Anne Margaret vibe here. Oh my goodness. Well, what fun this young lady is. I mean, I can see all of the different possibilities. This girl has potential and it's just oozing everywhere, isn't it? Okay, well, let's go ahead and take her outside and see what this beautiful color looks like in outdoor lighting, okay? Okay, here we go outdoors. Lots of bright sunshine. Look at this color, camel brown. I think we need to rename this. It's just a beautiful color. The brown, very warm. It does look orange in my screen when I can see this, but it is not orange, no, but it has a tint towards that kind of warmth. Okay, let's get back in some shade. Filtered light, beautiful color. Oh my gosh. Let's turn that way, turn that way. You can see the highlights and the lowlights that are naturally occurring in this particular color. And it's really pretty. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Again, I can't ask for a more comfortable fit. I'm 22 inches in my circumference, and this is so comfortable. And it's just part of their average line. And it's been consistent throughout their Style Unveiled collection. Okay, let's get back out into the sunlight a little bit. See what that looks like. Very bright in that sunshine. Get into the shadow a little bit. There. Very pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm a Oh, I found something else I need to start collecting. Let's go back inside. Okay. Well, one other thing I wanted to mention to you that I find that is a good feature, because these are heat-friendly fibers, they need to have heat applied to them about once a week. If you're wearing this wig regularly, it's going to naturally succumb to the friction frizz. The only way out of that, or to extend the life of it, is to take a hot tool. Now, I set my tool at 250 degrees, and every week you would want to go ahead and treat the ends that are susceptible to that friction frizz. Fortunately for this style, the curl is very smooth and a little unstructured, so you don't have to be exacting when you're adding curl or straightening your wig with your hot iron. All you have to do is take 1-inch sections, comb them out very, very nicely, either with your wig brush, if that's what you use, or a fine tooth comb, such as this type. And just make sure that all these fibers are laying flat and spread out. You don't want to take any more than 1 inch. And then you would just go ahead and add the heat in this lower section, and maybe add the little bit of curl to that one section, if you want to add curl. And that will maintain the longevity of your wig for a long time. If you're not doing that with your heat-friendly wigs, then you might want to think about adding that as part of your maintenance for them, because they are special fibers, and they require that additional application of heat in order to keep their fibers, keep their characteristics and soft and silky. So anyway, that is beautiful Stephanie, isn't it? In the color Camel Brown. A beautiful, wonderful find. So thank you so much for joining me for this today. I hope you found this helpful. I am thrilled at what I'm discovering over there at WIGPRO. So you guys have a great week. I will see you next time in Coco's Hair Solutions, all right? Okay, bye-bye.